Alright, here we are. Angela, level 18. Time for your first class change. You don't know which path to go down. You know, the light, the dark, two opposites, two faces, same coin type of deal. But something about the darkness just appeals to you. And we're going to go dark. So let's see what she has in store for us. First things first, this is the Mysticist. And this class, the dark path, is going to be more specialized in dark magic. You're going to see more emphasis on that. Um, this class, compared specifically to the oh man, what was it called? The tier 2 light. Um, God, I can't remember. This one will have less elemental focus, but more of a raw damage and darkness focus. So, first things first, let's take a look at the new goodies that we get. New class, new goodies, and this one is magic attack and magic defense increase if an ally faints. You know, it depends. If you know, every now and then a character will get KO'd, I suppose, and that's and this will be a boost for you. This will be a hard buff, so it will not stack with other hard buffs. You're going to see an icon with this. Keep that in mind. You know, I suppose that there is, you know, you can deliberately keep your, you know, if a character dies and you don't do anything, as soon as the battle's over, they're gonna res and they're gonna get 1 HP. That means you can go into the next fight and have them die and just start sandbagging and keep this up if that's what you want to do. But in truth, there's other ways to get a magic up. Just worth noting. She gets a new class strike, tier 2. This one is Pummel Star. This is a multi-hitting sort of beam line attack type. Just a projectile. It'll hit, you know, yeah, I can't remember at times, 4 or 5, and it'll give you a big finisher. The light path's probably better, but you know, this one can I don't know. They're different but comparable. This one kind of has like a slight homing on it, so if you kill one, it will auto target in the next enemy. So it's a little more accurate, I suppose. And of course, let's check out the costume. Um, probably about probably about the same amount of skin, I guess, if you like more arm skin. Um, so if this stuff's important to you, here she is. Uh, Keep this in mind that you will have these costumes as you progress to your final class. So if you really like this one, you can always switch it back. So that stuff's important for the waifu, of course. Alright, let's take a look at the spells here. You'll see here the first 3 correlate to your first class, the neutral class, the magician. These 3, 9 through 15, are the Mysticist, and we get our fire spells now. This is good. It's going to give us more elemental coverage. However, the first thing worth noting is that we do not get any tier 2 spells in the elements here. So the light path will get tier 2 spells on top of getting multi-hit tier 1 spells, which is the fireball. These with the fireball plus for 15 points here. This will be equal to the coin spells that you may or may not have been using for Angela. These are the ones that are going to give you the extra AoE. Same deal with stamina. We're just going to max this all out just because, but you really only need to go into 9 just to get the spell here for some coverage. Then again, you may not actually want to do this at all until you get, you know, more levels and more points. The power and the MP cost does not change. You're just going to have an AoE on it. So the choice is yours. Again, Angela is really spread thin when it comes to the stat spread, and she has a tough time. So Intellect is now something that Angela's going to go into every class change, and she's going to max it out. This is where she gets all of her goodies. So as you see here, we have limit break. This increases magic attack by 5%, and we're getting the intellect. So she already had a pretty you know, it was a boost, I would say, a big boost. Again, you'll see that we are getting even more intellect and more spells here. Now, with the Mysticist, the Dark Path, this class will specialize in getting dark damage. It will not get any more light attacks. It will not get the Lucent Beam. Instead, it goes dark. So, we will also get the Tier 1 dark spell here, Evil Gate. And we will get Ice Smash. So, it's same deal, really. These are the Tier 1 spells, but on top of it, we get Dark Force. Now, where the Dark Path differs from the Light Path is that the Dark Path will start to get more raw magic attack and damage. And one of the ways that it's going to get it is through things like this, Wound Magic. So it does exactly what it says, and it sounds about as good as it says. Damage increased 20%, sacrificing 5 HP when using attack magic. So when you use a magic spell, boom, 5% HP is gone, but the damage is increased by 20%. This is quite nice. But, you know, on the Dark Path, again, she's going to run into MP issues more so than she will on the Light Path. And on top of that, she's going to run into HP issues with Wound Magic. But, you know, she's high maintenance. Every waifu is high maintenance. But, you know, we just deal with it because, you know, we really want to play Angela. So she gets Dark Force here. As you can see, the attack power is quite a bit higher than anything else here. It has a nice AoE on it, you know. It's so again, we're going dark for the wound magic. Again, this wound magic will work on all the magic. Cyclone, Fireball. So Angela will be doing more damage than the light path. She also has things like Reclaim and Reclaim 2. I mean, you could use these, I suppose. Again, probably around level 18, you should have a sizable amount of cash on you. You can always just buy a bunch of fairy nuts and just keep dropping nuts on her, and you know, that's 50 MP per nut you give her. So I mean, it's this is definitely the more difficult path for her. But we got dark and ice, so let's move on. We got dark and ice, that's good, and then we got an extra powerful dark attack. Same thing with spirit. You may not want to max the stuff out, but again, you will get MP. So maybe 9 would be a good number. Again, the plus versions of the tier 1 spells do not gain in power, just AoE. Luck, same thing, random debuff. This is way too low, and you will be using power attacks if you want this to proc, and Angela's really not going to be using power attacks anymore. She's going to be throwing out just magical attacks from now on, really. She's going to be using Dark Force primarily for most of the encounters until an enemy starts resisting or absorbs it, and then you just use another magical attack and obliterate them. So that's pretty much it for her on the Dark Path. That's the game plan. We start to move into a more raw magical based class. The Light Path is more elemental. I mean, it's hard to say. The dark, it's for now we're just moving into a more raw magical attack class. So let's do the moveset again. None of these change. Same deal. 2, 3, 4. We got a new finisher. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still got that. And then we got another power attack. So 1, 2, 3. And look at that. Good forward movement. There we are. Good enough. Alrighty. So let's show this new. Say so the finisher kind of did a little AoE there. It will change if you kill one. Wait, do I not? Apparently I ain't got the OP skills on. Let's put them on. Cactus Soul. And not that one. Chaos Protection. Let's do it again. Alright. Let's one more time. So, I mean, it's, you know, I mean, they're pretty much the same, really. This one, you'll get more hits out of it, if anything, you know, comes down your, you know, the path of the projectiles. They're going to get whacked. The other one, it's just one sort of, you know, little attack that you send out and then it'll explode. So I don't know. They're pretty even. Again, it's mainly just this class is a more raw magical focused class with wound magic. You will be wounding yourself. Let's just go ahead and try that. Let's show the Forest, Evil Gate, and let's do Cyclone, and let's do Ice just because. Alright, so let's look at the damage. This guy does absorb dark, so actually, you know what? Let's just let's get rid of him. Oh, come on now. That's right, die slowly. Alright, so let's try this again. So dark has a sizable AoE, 3 hits. Pretty decent. Alright, so we're about 249. So around there. So let's show you the wound magic. Here we are. Wound magic. Now you're gonna see an increase. So now we're about 290, 300. But we do damage ourselves each time we use it. This also applies to the standard attacks. You see how this guy's resistant right here. This is the type of thing that will ruin Angela's day because she doesn't have non-elemental attacks just yet. He will resist all of the basic ones. Fire, earth, wind, and ice. So that's Angela for you. She still hasn't reached her super crazy level yet of magical dominance, but you know, she's getting there. Alrighty, so I'll cut it here, and I'll see you guys again. Take care.